How to raise funding on LinkedIn using geodemographic database marketing. Are you a startup, or do you have a need for seed capital? Or peradventure you are unemployed, you want to start your own business, but you don't have access to fund? Then get this ebook, because it shows you how to raise money from your LinkedIn connections without begging and without worrying about whether your bank will finance your project. This book is very relevant. It will also show you how to use artificial intelligence conversational marketing to do your bidding for you. So get the ebook right away and then print a copy out like this for yourself to read. Use the link below to get yourself a copy. How to raise funding on LinkedIn using geodemographic database marketing. Okay, this is the inside of my presentation. And I claim here that this is the most important video you will ever watch on how to raise seed capital using big data and conversational marketing, whereby you deploy artificial intelligence chatbots to be targeting your cold LinkedIn connection. So two things. We are going to learn how to use big data combined with artificial intelligent marketing to target cold link connections. So in the presentation, I'm going to talk briefly about seed capital, a definition of what is seed capital. We'll also be looking at basic definition of conversational marketing. We'll look at LinkedIn market share of B2B industry. And then I will go into revealing to you loopholes in LinkedIn itself as a platform. Of course, we will talk about big data and the secret behind getting big data. So we will look at how everything works together in terms of having access to big data, your LinkedIn connections, and exploiting the loopholes that I found in LinkedIn with a chatbot. In the training, you will also learn how to pre-frame your connections. We call it AI pre-framing, artificial intelligence pre-framing. You will have opportunity to test drive some of the chatbots, which you will have access to them, and test which one is going to work for you. Let's zoom in into example of how a chatbot works. It will start by introducing itself. I am Ami. I am here to help you either find your perfect property, or find you a buyer of a property you are looking for. To get this started, can I take your first name? I am not a robot. So the person interacting, in this case myself, will give a name. Then the chatbot will go on. Hi Daniel, we are excited to help you find your next home. Can I take your contact number? And so on and so on and so on until the bot is able to collect your email contact. So that is how the chatbot works, and I'm going to take you through the training step by step. So if you are serious, you are really looking for seed capital, let's start by looking at some of the revelations, shocking revelation I found about LinkedIn. Only 3 million out of 680 million LinkedIn users share content on a weekly basis. So the implication of this is that only 0.4% of LinkedIn members share content. And because they are the only ones active on the platform, they are also the ones that are likely to see your own content or postings for seed capital. So if you post or if you are using LinkedIn to raise seed capital, you are only hammering a small number, a small proportion of the entire LinkedIn users. In this case, even of your own entire LinkedIn connections. So in most cases, many of these people, that is, of the 0.4% of LinkedIn members sharing content, are also very hyper skeptical and are not interested in what other people are sharing. So we have a huge number, 99.56%, that are inactive. I refer to them as cold connections. They don't share anything, they don't reply, they seldom visit LinkedIn. I got the statistics from this website, you can check it up. So this is a problem. That is, if you are posting or you rely on LinkedIn, you are only hammering 0.4% of your own connection. This is the statistics. Now, the big question is, how then do you attract the 99.56% of your connections to ask them for seed capital or funding if they don't share regularly or receive email notifications? And furthermore, if LinkedIn no longer allows members to access emails of their connections. So how do you reach them? How do you target them for seed capital or for funding? There are loopholes that I discovered in LinkedIn business process that I exploit using AI conversational marketing, and I will share them with you. That is, despite the fact that 99.56% of LinkedIn users are not frequent on the platform, we will be using conversational chatbot to lure them to your fundraising or to seek seed capital from them. So how is it? Already I have established there is a problem in using LinkedIn. If you look at this diagram, which I'm repeating, I have already explained this. Assuming you have 30,000 connections, which means only 132 people per week may be seeing your posting. So the majority of your connections are not seeing what you are posting. This is a big problem, and this is the pain point of many people using LinkedIn. They know that LinkedIn doesn't convert as such. They are there. So this can be a big opportunity. Not can be, this is a big opportunity. So we want to turn all of this, the remaining, say for example, if you have a connection of 30,000, the remaining 29,868, we want to turn them into hot prospect to give you seed capital. First, we will regard them as leads. They are there. So we do this by giving free training. Many of them, 99.56%, don't know how to use LinkedIn. So if you can provide them basic LinkedIn training, this is how I got my first client anyway. Because they don't understand what is LinkedIn, I provided them free training. You can provide them chit chats. You can provide them video, like I'm providing you video training free. So then they will be interested and become your prospects. We will continue to use chatbots and webinars to lure them to give seed capital or to take part in your fundraising. Now, AI plays a crucial role. That is, I developed artificial intelligence LinkedIn conversion chatbots. I have shown one to you before. And this makes them to be ready to start talking. That they will be interested if you nurture them and train them. I have already shown this chatbot. It is more clearer here. People are are interested in knowing how chatbot works, and as a result, this has increased the number of people now contacting me to know how it works. So it increased my conversation rate. It helped me to get more people interested. For example, this somebody that I have not met before, or is in my connection, but we were cold connection before. Now saying, Daniel, I will be interested. I am in Houston. Right now, I'm helping some folks put their homes back from the flooding we just had. But definitely, I want to talk. So, with the strategy which I have put in place, you will be able to get clients to talk to them, and as well as provide you with a seed capital. So if you want me to show you exactly how I solve this problem, then watch this video to the end. So watching this video is going to be one of the most important decisions you have ever made regarding asking your LinkedIn connections for seed capital or funding. It is true you can raise a huge amount of money or seed capital from your LinkedIn connections if you approach them in the right way. But first, let's have basic definition. What is seed capital? This is the small money you need to enable you carry out constant marketing, targeting, in this case, your LinkedIn members, in order to reach wider audience beyond your local market without pitching or begging anyone for donation. So you need seed money to carry out marketing research or client acquisition. If your client base is very small, you will need seed capital to carry out advertising, marketing. Or most probably you need seed capital to complete prototype or to ship out free samples. How much you need depends on the size of your business, but the strategy which I'm going to share with you can help you to raise as much as 100,000 plus as seed capital, depending on how you implement this strategy. I have used the strategy myself to raise 1 million South African rands in the past for my Forex equity. I have also used it to win my first contract for more than 50,000 US dollars. So let's define conversational chatbot marketing. What is it? Conversational chatbots are cloud-based applications written in machine language to interact or send messages to users in a conversational interface, much like a live chat widget or Facebook chatbots. You have seen some of them before. In my case, I am very busy. I have close to 27,000 followers or connections, but majority of them are cold connections. In the past, my conversation with them, is very low. So we need a system to draw them out. My connection, we need a system to draw them out into what I refer to as LinkedIn conversational funnel. To draw them out into a funnel, and they will be able to pick my samples. They will be able to pick an ebook. You know what funnel is, but this time it is a conversational funnel. It's a chatbot funnel. Connections, LinkedIn connections into a chatbot, promising them to download a PDF. It may not necessarily be a PDF, but it's a chatbot. We want to drive all of our connections. Maybe you have 500 or you have 10,000. In my case, I have 26,000. So we want to draw them into a chatbot. We are saying 60% just to be conservative, but 100%. Once you draw them out into a chatbot funnel, 100% of them would pick your magnet, your bribe, or whatever you are using as a bribe to lure them. We are saying they will convert and they will now become part of your opt-in subscribers. You can then begin to sell them more of your chatbots or more of anything which you want to say to them. But in our case, we want to appeal to them and lure them, fund our seed capital. So they act like digital agents and are used to interact with your site visitors or your LinkedIn connections or profile viewers in a variety of ways to boost your conversation with them. Let's take an example. Let's look at actual results which I am getting from using the method. Here I will say, so amazing. Let's play this video out. So as you can see here, I now get tons of positive messages from people that they want to talk with me. In the past, it was not possible. So people are now replying to my conversation with them. I have already shown you this example. Conversational marketing can turn your cold LinkedIn connections into hot prospects. I said this was not possible in the past. They are quick and easy to build and train and deploy using neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, that is, artificial intelligence techniques to magnify the pain points of your prospect and at the same time show them how you or your business have the right solution to solve their problems. You use a conversational chatbot to train people 24 hours. You can use it to solve problems or help your clients as a help desk and so on. So they are programmed to ask visitors for their names, contact emails, telephone numbers in a humane way in order to help you build massive email lists of your LinkedIn connections or followers. The primary purpose actually is to use a conversational chatbot to draw people out of LinkedIn, give you their own email contacts, and you are able to continue the conversation with them outside of LinkedIn. So you can use neuro-linguistic programming or chatbot or conversational chatbot to do complex tasks. They can also complete a number of complex tasks like carrying out marketing surveys, booking of appointments with visitors, or showing samples to your customers, and at the same time collecting their details on your behalf, whether you are online or not online. You no longer have need for a receptionist. This is why people are saying AI is going to take away the jobs of so many people. You can see even in marketing right now, it is no longer necessary to have a receptionist or a help desk to start booking appointments. I use this one for survey. I'm talking about taking surveys on your website. People come to your website, you can ask them series of questions. We call it web survey. Your AI can do it for you. Or your conversational chatbot, which I will build for you. I will train you how to do it. We help you to be carrying out marketing survey online or distribute samples of your products. People can come to your website, they need samples. You can use the conversational chatbot to show them samples of your products or of your services. As a result, they can help your sales team power new levels of innovation and growth and reduces or eliminates the use of the followings. With AI, you don't need landing pages. You don't need video sales letter because they are pre-built. The pre-framing is already having sales letter. You don't need blogs. You don't need podcasts. If you are doing podcasts before, you don't need any form of conversational blogging or pop-up forms unless you just want to use them to enhance the effectiveness of these old methods of attracting your clients online. Example, let me show you the beauty of conversational chatbots. Like I've said, you don't need to have website to host them. We will host them free for you if you subscribe to my ebook. We can help you with as many conversational chatbots as you want if you are a partner. Let's show this video on how it works. Like I said, it doesn't need a website. We will give you one line of code which you can, just use in any way you want to use it. You can include text, graphics like we have seen here, videos, voice form, calendar, affiliate URL. You can even ask them to share, your chatbot on social media. So the essence is to collect their names, emails, and store them in a database. Here is typing the email. You can see it quickly. And once they type in their emails, it is stored, into a database. Here, it asks them to share the information in social media. After you have collected their emails, you are still asking them to share your one line of code of the chatbot for other people to see it in their social media. So it is very, very powerful and effective. You can use it to play video, and at the end, you can then include your affiliate URL. It collects, like I said, it collects their names and emails of people interacting with it and help you to store them in your database, thus helping you to build massive email lists. This was the last email I used as a test, but all of these names are actual people interacting and subscribing to my opt-in list. These are people from LinkedIn. So it was not possible for me to ask connections of mine on LinkedIn to give me their names and their email. But with the chatbot, I am now able to do it. So this is the first part of the training, and I hope you love it. You love the training. It is very short. If you say yes, you love it, I will want you to use a button below this video to order your copy of my ebook, How to Raise Funding on LinkedIn, in order for you to gain access to the resources which I use to write this ebook. So you will have access to protected sections of my website to download samples of geodemographic database, because it's all about geodemographic database marketing. You will download whois record, big records of data, customer data. I will show you how to clean them, how to structure the database for you to use them, or to use the data to promote your conversational chatbot. We have access to videos and constant downloads of new whois record. I will show you what is whois record and how to get it. Now, if you want to become a partner, you will have access to free chatbots. I have about 75 pre-framed chatbots you can deploy immediately by configuring it to your own use. You only need to change some few stuff. If you want to become a partner, use the button below to gain access to order this ebook in PDF form. Thank you for listening.